Grayson, are you in LA right now?
Yeah, I'm in LA right now. We're gonna be going back.
Hi, Super Soul Sunday. I am so thankful coming your way this wonderful Sunday evening. As you can see, I've got five talented, handsome, and beautiful um, actors and actresses. And today they're going to share with me one of the hit series, web series going on in the US, NC 16 show. So from the top, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Grayson Thorne Kilpatrick.
Hi, my name is Jackson Geach.
Hi, I'm Marielle Caldwell.
I'm Serena Laurel.
And I'm Norton Lufin.
Great. So let's start with, well, we say ladies first, right? So let's start with the ladies. Serena, tell me about NC 16.
Well, I play Jessica. She's kind of like the popular girl in NC 16. And in the first few episodes, we kind of see her navigate making new friends and interacting with different social groups, and kind of seeing how that plays out.
Okay. Jackson, tell us the whole synopsis of NC 16 so that those who are not familiar with it will get to know.
Yes. So NC 16 is a series about 6 individuals. There's 3 girls and there's 3 guys. And basically, both groups really want to be popular. And that's really the whole synopsis of the show. Two different groups of people. There's Marielle, Emma, and Serena. And then there's Grayson, Norton, and I's character. And it's basically about popularity and navigating life as a teenager.
So high school, and all of you are in high school. All of you finished college. Some of
I'm
you in
actually in
uni.
college.
Tell
I
me.
finished high school early.
Okay,
I'm a
Yeah.
junior in college.
junior
Oh,
high
really?
college.
I'm a freshman.
Marielle,
I'm a senior in high school.
you're a senior in high school. Norton,
I am in college now. I just left high school early.
okay, and Grayson.
I'm in 11th grade, I think.
You think you just he just makes me laugh all the time. You think? Why do you think
I
you're in
can't
college?
remember.
Why do you think? Tell me.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said you told me you think. So why do you think?
Oh,
Everybody.
I can't remember. I'm gonna be honest. I think no, I am in 11th grade. I think I'm gonna say that I'm in 11th grade. Hopefully.
Good, good.
In
So
11th grade.
it's in 11th grade. I know. Right. So let's start from Ariel. What made you join this cast?
Well, I kind of met Daniel through acting. I was in an acting class, and I think he just spotted me out when we did a showcase, and he asked me to be a part of it, and I was so excited. Yeah, so he just met me through some acting classes.
Acting. So all of you wanted to be actors, or you stumbled on it, or it was like a childhood dream? Nothing. Was it a childhood dream for you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I wanted to do this for God as long as I can remember. Actually,
At what age did you think you wanted to act?
I don't even know. It's just been my dream for honestly for as long as I can remember. To be honest.
Wow. What about you, Serena? At what age?
I've always loved performing and telling stories. So I'm also a singer-songwriter and a musician, and that kind of goes along with the storytelling aspect of creating and being a performer. I started acting in Florida when I was 7 years old, so that's kind of when I got my first job. And one of my most memorable experiences was being in Alvin and the Chipmunks when I was 10 years old, and we were on a cruise for 7 days, and it was the best thing in the world. And that's kind of, when I was a kid, that was like the thing that made it all make sense. Oh my God, I get to be on a cruise for 7 days while filming a movie. This is the coolest thing in the world.
Wow. Jackson, what about you?
Yeah. So I started acting when I was close to Serena's age. Actually, it was like not 7, but I started acting when I was about 8 years old. I started with musical theater, and I did that for about 4 years. And then I decided I've watched so much television, so many movies, and I was like, gosh, this is something I want to do. And so I transitioned from theater to like on-screen stuff, and I've been doing that ever since.
And I want you, all of you, to share your ages as well, because I got to take something to say, how old are they? So, Grayson, how old are you?
I'm 16.
16. Jackson, how old are you?
I'm 17.
Muriel?
17.
Serena?
So my birthday is on September 19th, so I'm about to turn 20, but I'm currently 19.
Oh, your birthday. Happy birthday in advance.
Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy early birthday.
You guys are gonna have you should have told me earlier. We'd have, have your cake, a virtual cake for you in advance.
Love that. I'll just
Yeah.
imagine.
And Norton, how old are you?
I'm 16. You know I'm gonna get that driver's license.
Wow. And all of you are in LA apart from Jackson, right? Okay, so I know that the writer of NC-16 is 18 years old, and all of you are friends with him, or who is friends with him? Tell us who he is. Grayson, tell us who he is.
So the writer, his name's Michael. He was actually, he's actually Daniel Rojo's son, our manager. And I think I met him about 4 years ago when I moved here to LA. And he's a super chill guy. He doesn't talk much, which is one of the things, but he wanted to do a project for school, and he decided to write NC-16, and he was like, well, this is a really good project. Why not go all the way through with it? So then he said, hey, Dad, why not get some of your best actors? So he got Jackson and Norton, and then they had to think of someone else, so they got me. And then they got Serena, Marielle, and Emma. And they said, well, why not get these amazing actors and put them into a little show together and see how it goes. And apparently a lot of people liked it. So
Congratulations, well done, and shout out to him. So you guys started filming before the COVID, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So tell us about your
Yes.
experience at your first episode.
So at least I can't say anything about the girls, but I can say for the guys, we
Okay.
actually filmed all 3 of our episodes in, I think, 2 days, right? It was 2 days. We filmed one day all the interior shots, and then about actually a year later, we filmed the exterior shot, the like 1 or 2 exterior shots that we had. But it was only 2 days that we filmed all 3 of our episodes.
So you came to LA to film, right?
I actually, well, of course, with this whole COVID thing, I'm not coming out to LA right now, but I usually come out to LA at least once a year for like either pilot season or episodic season. And so when I was there, when we all decided to do it while I was there, of course. And yeah, so yeah.
And for the girls,
Okay.
it was a similar.
Okay, for the girls, Serena, you going to speak for the girls?
Sure, yeah. For the girls, it was a similar situation. It was me, Morel, and then Emma, and we all had one whole day of filming, and it was a really great experience. And we all got along really well, and really great chemistry on set, and it was just so much fun. And we're hoping that if there is a next season, maybe we will have the 2 worlds combined, because the guys and the girls are kind of have their own worlds, and eventually, hopefully, we can all see them come together.
Fantastic. So let's talk about high school. all of you you've been to high school, so you're going to tell me your personal experience in high school, and then we will bring it into NC16 because I saw some of the clips and I'm like, okay. And so let's start with Muriel. How was your experience in high school? Now you're in senior high, so
So I'm still in high school right now, but it's weird because of COVID, because everything's online. But I remember going into high school and wanting to be the popular kid. I wanted to fit in so bad because, once you get out of junior high, it's a whole new beginning. And I just really wanted to fit in and be the cool kid, like the cool new freshman. And after that, I kind of learned that I don't need to be the popular girl. I can have my few close friends that I'm really close with to pretty much survive high school. And Ivy, I think, is like me when I was a freshman. She just wants to fit in so bad. She'll do anything, like absolutely anything to fit in. And hopefully, if we have another season, she'll kind of break out of that and kind of just love herself for who she is.
and did it resonate with your character as well?
Yeah, I kind of felt the way that she did in a way, trying to get that one popular girl to talk to me and kind of get to know each other. And I felt like I kind of changed personally to fit in with that one popular girl, but I realized I should just be myself. I shouldn't have to change myself to fit in. So,
You don't have to change yourself to fit in. Fantastic. Serena, how was your experience?
So I was actually homeschooled throughout my entire high school career. So I never had that kind of classic high school experience. But in middle school and when I was going to school, I definitely was not the popular girl that Jessica is in the NC16. So it is kind of fun whenever I do get to play a high schooler. It's kind of like experiencing that, or experiencing that high school experience that I always did at home because I was homeschooled.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, Norton, how was your experience in high school like?
Okay, so I pressed unmute twice. Whoops. I'd say it was an interesting experience. I did not have a traditional sort of high school experience by any means. It was a weird sort of half homeschool, half not thing. I don't really know how to describe it, but even though I was working from home, I was still seeing other classmates and stuff. But it was, I don't know, it was really, really strange. I did want to kind of become popular, but it didn't really work out because COVID. But yeah, before that, it was just honestly, it was just us hanging out, trying to get through
And so the
this.
character that you were playing, we'll come to your character as well. But Jason, tell me about your experience in high school.
Yeah, so basically, kind of like Serena and Norton said, I was also homeschooled throughout my entire high school.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because I couldn't really go to normal school because I wanted to do this acting thing. And so if I had an audition or something, or if a
Okay.
project came up, I couldn't miss a certain amount of days or I would be expelled from school. So there was not really any way I could go to normal school while also doing this. So I was homeschooled basically my entire adolescence.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're homeschooled, definitely you miss out on certain things, innit? You miss out on all that. And so, well, Gerson, were you homeschooled too?
I was in the same class as Norton, like exact same, and last year. So, yeah, kinda. But Norton and I, we did go to a school thing. He was trying to explain it. Every Wednesday for like 2 to 3 hours, we would go to a church and we would actually have a high school class with like people from 10th grade to 12th grade. from ninth grade to 12th grade, we were all kind of crammed into one little class, and then we would just kind of go and hang out for like 2-3 hours. That's what our thing was. Our school. Something.
Wow. So we have three guys who are doing their thing. One of the scenes I saw that you had this red cup. What was in that red cup?
Oh, it was actually Coca-Cola.
Okay.
It
Right.
was
Mhm.
flattened
So
Coca-Cola.
and one of the things that in high school, oh, look at Gary. What is he drinking? Is it Coca-Cola?
Sponsor me,
he
please.
is so trying to get a commercial with Coca-Cola. So please let's help him. Let's
Mhm,
help him get this commercial with Coca-Cola.
mhm.
Refreshing. All right.
Yeah, we would we
I'm sorry,
would
I'll
we
stop
would do
doing your
that.
product placement.
But like you all said, fitting in. Muriel said, trying to fit in. Do you think a lot of people are making this to fit in? You were drinking, maybe you want to drink so that your friend will know that you a tough guy. Is that what you were trying to portray?
Yeah, I think our characters in that moment in time, it kind of is kind of like a high school gimmick that drinking will make you cool. And so I feel like our characters kind of did that because we felt like we would miss out on a high school experience if we didn't. Because I feel like it's something that modern society has like kind of plugged in that kids drink and at parties and stuff like that. So I think that's something they definitely they wanted to try. They wanted to get like a part of the high school experience.
But is it true that kids drink when they go?
I think some kids.
Serena, do you want to tell me? Do you guys, when you go partying and all that, do you think you're pressured to drink?
I've never been pressured to
I
drink before.
I'm not
Okay.
pressured to drink, but I do see some of my like high school friends do go out to parties, and I see that they drink. But I don't go to parties because I'm so determined to pursue acting and dancing that I don't want to get involved in that kind of thing. And I feel like even if I was pressured, I wouldn't want to do that. But yeah, I do. Kids do drink. High school kids do drink at this age.
Yeah, when I read your synopsis, it tells me that the things that the movies tell us when kids do, but you said that is not true. So, Serena, what are some of the things that you guys as teenagers do that parents don't know? Do you want to fill me in? That parents don't know, and they think, oh, my daughter is a good girl, my son is such a cute boy, he wouldn't do that.
Well, I think when you're younger, say like middle school or elementary school, it's a lot more apparent that like there's a different person. Like a lot of kids have like this face that they put on when they're around people who are their age, and then the way that they act around parents. And I think that maybe some people in high school, and some people that I've known when I was like 14 to 18, that age, they still have that kind of split personalities between the way that they act around their friends and then the way that they act around their parents. But I don't know, everyone has their own little things that they keep to themselves. It's part of growing up, Some people sneak out, some people go to parties, it's whatever. They keep secrets. Like, it's just a part of creating your own persona. And I think the whole thing with NC-16 is not pretending like kids are perfect, because no high schooler is perfect. It's just acknowledging the flaws that happen, and that's just a part of growing up for a lot of people.
Right. The other thing in high school that a lot of people experience is bullying. Has any of you here been bullied? Norton, have you been bullied before?
Actually, yeah, but this wasn't in high school. But, well, it was a long time ago, but yeah, I guess not a good thing.
Do you want to talk about it?
It happened for like a really long time. It was like back in elementary, like essentially one of the kids who was a big bully, like taller by like an entire head than the rest of the class, would constantly fight me, make fun of me, and all this stuff. And since everybody else was afraid of him, no one else talked to me. So like all of my friends were either in the class below me or the class above me, and there were not a lot of either of those. So yeah, it was just a really, really bad time.
Wow. Jackson?
I think since I didn't really go to school that long, I didn't give it time for people to bully me. I bet if I still did go to school, I probably would have had some bullying experiences. But I don't think this is a bully experience. But in about fourth grade, I had a toxic friend who was my friend, but at the same time would like say things or like they would say things like, you have to do this, and if you don't do this, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. So I mean, I have never been bullied, but I guess a toxic friend is kind of like similar to being bullied,
Yeah.
acting
Yeah,
like
because
not
it's
really
like you have to do it, or if you don't do it, you don't fit in. So
right.
it's the same. Grayson, have you been bullied?
Oh yeah, I was bullied in 5th grade, and a little bit in 3rd, a little bit in kindergarten. So, and that 5th grade was the last time I was in a actual school. So, I just didn't go back after that.
Right. If you just join us, I'm talking to the cast of NC16, which is a web series, and they're doing fantastic. And we're talking about high school, the experiences in high school. So, Mirel, tell me about when you decided to do this, play your role. Did you have a conversation with your parents, or you just went in for it?
When I got Ivy, I was personally really excited because I feel like I could really relate to her. And when I read over the script, of course, like my parents read over it. We kind of just read through it together, and they kind of just let me do what I need to do. They don't tell me like, "Oh, do it this way, do that way." They kind of just let me be the character, because that's pretty much what acting is you are turning into that character. And my parents were fully like, do your thing, go for it. Yeah, they were super super cool about the script.
So you got support. You have that support from home. Serena, do you have that
Yes.
support as well?
Yes, I've always had tremendous support from my mom and my family, just always backing me whenever I want to do. And I think as actors, it's kind of our job to accept whatever role we get or whatever role we're given. It's our duty as actors to do a good job and do a service to that character and make sure we portray that character as accurately as possible. And sometimes it's easier to do that than others, because in this instance, we've all been high schoolers and we've all been there. We've all been that age and dealt with people not being nice to us, or people misconceiving us, or just not seeing us for who we really are, and how that affects us in our social lives. And I think NC16 really portrays that.
Okay. Norton, what about you?
Yeah, my parents support this fully because, well, I mean, they know, like they know I'm just playing a part. I'm not gonna be out here like actually like drinking or being stupid. They know. They so yeah, they totally support it just as long as I'm not doing anything that's gonna get me in trouble. So
Not going to get into trouble. Jackson?
Yeah, my parents are super supportive of me, and they want me to do whatever I want to do. And yeah, I think with Ted and this project, they were just, again, like everyone else, they were really cool with it. And yeah, I'm just really excited that I got to be a part of it.
Grayson?
Yeah, everyone else has already said the same thing, but yeah, they supported me through it. They were completely fine with the script. My dad actually encouraged me, and he said, "Grayson, this isn't how you speak normally." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He says, "This is mild. There's no cursing in here for you. There's nothing." I'm like, "Oh, okay." They gave all those lines to Norton and Jackson, and so I thought it was kind of fun. But honestly, they supported me all the way through it, and yeah, as long as I didn't actually drink alcohol or go throw stones at people's windows, they were fine with it.
Right. Because when I thought it was alcohol till I read some of your, then I realized it wasn't alcohol. So well done to you. So if let me ask you this question. If you went to a party, if you went to a high school, let's say the prom, any of you went to the prom? Well, you were homeschooled. All of you.
I did, and I did go to a prom. It was an Instagram prom, and it was after I already graduated from high school, but it was the year after I graduated from high school, so I finally got like that prom experience. It was really fun.
Okay, tell me the experience. Were there anything that people were doing that you thought, I am not getting myself involved?
I don't know. Like I feel like everyone, especially in movies and TV, they always make prom look like this huge party, this huge extravagant thing, but really in real life, it's just kind of a bunch of kids around with a lot of people looking at you, making sure everything's okay.
I've watched movies that, of course, we see um, young or teenagers doing drugs, doing fighting, having sex, and all that. In NC-16, what is it going to bring to teenagers to say, hey, we're not going that way? Who wants to answer? Who wants to start? Mariel, you want to start?
I feel like with NC-16, for like the girls' parts, for girls in high school, I feel like the first couple episodes of the girls, I feel like, show that we don't need to fit in. We don't have to be the popular girl that looks pretty with all the makeup and fancy clothes and all these expensive things. We don't need that. High school is just to have that one friend. Just have at least one friend that you feel like you can stick through pretty much the whole high school experience with. So I think for this first season of NC-16, it doesn't really show too much about the girls doing anything too crazy like the guys with the drinking. But yeah, I feel like just the girls were showing that you don't need to be all fancy and pretty to fit in.
Right. Serena, you want to say something?
I really think that this episode, this season, really showcases, especially for the girls, because we weren't in the boys episodes, but the girls episodes, it really does show you that like just be yourself, and it'll work itself out. Like you don't have to try to be anyone else, and it really focuses on that experience in high school. Kind of anyone can relate to it, but just being able to be yourself and be who you are and not have to worry about how other people perceive you, because all that matters is your own opinion about yourself.
You watch and you see some of the girls want to be like the cheerleaders, want to be, want to date the captain of the football club and all that, as you said, and being a diva. Do you think you guys are going to bring in a character like that as the show progresses?
Well, I think that Jessica is about as close to that character as we can get here. She definitely portrays that popular, pretty girl who kind of runs the school or runs her grade, whatever it is that everyone kind of looks up to or wants to be in that friend group. But what NC-16 kind of does is it shows that like, oh, she's not just this pretty girl. She's also this person who has interests, and she's kind of tired of just being perceived as this one thing, and she can do so many other things and wants to be acknowledged for being a cool person or being a nice person rather than just being the popular person. Or the
Okay. Let's come to the guys. Jackson. So
Yeah.
we see this cool guy, who wants to be a ladies' man, who, trying to be all that. Are you gonna who you were portraying that cool guy, right?
No, I was actually, my character is the total opposite of that.
Okay, so who was the good Garrison? Is
I
it?
think Norton. I think
Norton
Norton
is the
out of
cool
all of
guy?
us played.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so tell me what your character
Oh,
is doing.
Yeah. So Ted is a very robotic character. And by that, I mean, he's very intellectual. He loves to plan. He loves to be organized. He loves to have things set out. And yeah, so basically, he's like the total opposite of what you were talking about, being this cool guy. What?
All right. So did Ted love to learn?
I'm sorry, what? Can you say that
Ted
again?
like to study because I'm not
Oh, yeah,
seeing.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah?
that is definitely
Okay.
something he would like to do.
Was Garrison studying as well? Is your character somebody who really loved to study?
My character probably would like to study, but Jackson in real life does not like to study.
Oh, you don't like to study?
No, I don't.
No, why?
I don't know. I just I think that's something I admire of Ted. He's very organized and plan things. And I mean, I'm not saying that I'm disorganized, but I'm definitely not as organized and have my life planned out as he does.
Okay, so maybe at the end of the show, you might get a little Ted in Jackson.
Maybe that would be
Maybe.
great. At least the studying skills have got to get better for me.
Fantastic. Norton, tell me more about your character.
right. Well, Joey is the kind of guy who tries to be all cool. He's the one who's trying to get the other two to, drink, do all this stuff so he could get popular. I'm an idiot, 100%. Like, there's no disputing that. I'm just essentially Joey's just out here making like really poor decisions, trying to be popular. It's not gonna work. Actually, you never know. But yeah, I'm like the complete opposite of Jackson's character. I'm trying like I don't care about school. I don't care about any of that. I just want to be popular. Have all these friends, have the girls, all that stuff.
Okay. So in real life, do you think you see yourself in that way?
I am not smooth at all. I'll say that much. But yeah, as much as I'd like to think I'm cool, I doubt it. So,
No.
but
Good. Look,
yeah, not
Grayson
that
is
pleasant.
all smiles. I know he has something to tell me. Okay, tell me, Grayson. Tell me about your character. And tell me how, in real life, your character and yourself match.
Oh, we don't match at all.
You don't match? Okay.
Well, we match.
So,
No, but real quick, Norn kept saying he's not smooth, and every
no,
time
your
he kept saying
character loves soda. I see you drinking soda all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time.
Well, with my character Nelson, he's he's not really one for getting many friends. He is very kept to himself. He's always kind of more what's the word? He doesn't like he's not top of his class, but he's not stupid either. He's kind of like the middle ground.
And he's not influenced by.
Oh, I'm absolutely influenced by Norton's character and Jackson's character. Like, if you see through the series, my character is kind of being dragged along through their, I guess, mishaps, misfortunes, shenanigans, and so I'm just kind of trying to be complacent because I wanted my character wanted to be the popular kid, without actually wanting to change who he was, in a sense. So, he was never really. He's kind of like the complete opposite of me.
Oh, fantastic. So in real life, has any of you been, as Grayson is saying, being kind of dragged into a, should I say, a group, or friends that wanted you to do the things that you didn't want to do, and as much lost that friend? Norton, what are you saying? Yes. Okay, tell me about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I have this friend who I'm not going to mention by name. Grayson knows exactly what I'm talking about, though. You know who I'm talking about. You know him too. Uh, he was cool at first, but he got like really pushy, kept asking for money and stuff, and was overall just like very very slowly became like it's just a total jerk, like completely unlikable. And yeah, I literally do not like hanging out with him. I try to, well, I don't like it at all because there's always something dumb that's gonna happen, whether it's whether it's him just being a jerk, saying something stupid, or just asking for money, which he always does without
Oh
question.
wow.
So
So now he's no longer your friend. Okay.
oh, not for a while.
No, for a while. What about Jackson, Serena? Has any of you had to ditch your friend because of their behavior or their attitudes?
I will say that in 7th grade, that was the one year that I really wanted to go to a school, and I begged my mom, okay, we finally moved to LA. Let me go to school. Let me go to middle school and have this middle school experience. So I went to middle school, and I had this one friend, and then there was also this one girl who really didn't like me. And my one friend that I had kind of traded me in for the one person who didn't like me at all. So then I had no one, and it was not a very great year. And it was not fun when your best friend kind of like goes off to the person who kind of hates you, which is really crazy. But I feel like we all have a experience with people either being weird or just not chill.
Hmm. Yeah. Jackson, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I feel like I've had a couple friends that I've made that at first seem really chill and really cool, but after a while, I kind of realized it was kind of like a one-sided relationship. Like when we were together, we would have fun and everything, but it always seemed like I had to reach out to them. They never would reach out to me. So then I realized that that was kind of like not the friendship. If I feel like I'm friends with them, but they don't really feel like they're friends with me, I don't feel like that's really a friendship there. So I kind of realized that, I kind of need to drop that person in a nice way.
In a nice way. So you dropped that person.
Yes.
Muriel, have you experienced that before? Where you had a
Yeah, a
one-sided
little.
friendship?
Yeah, I had a friend. I think it was sophomore year. We were best friends. We would hang out all the time, and I think it got to the point that I kind of was getting put down every day, but without me realizing it until later on in the relationship when I constantly felt like I was doing something wrong. And I thought about it and I was like, I'm not doing anything wrong. She's just putting me down. And I was just in a really bad funk in that friendship. So I did pretty much what Jackson said, drop them nicely. But
Mhm.
ever since then, I feel like I can kind of be not myself, but not have to worry about being so sad and put down all the time.
Hmm. Grayson, what about you?
Yeah, I had a friend.
And it's
Way
not the
back.
same friend that Norton was talking about,
No,
is
no,
it?
no, 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 no. This is
Okay.
a different one. I don't think I've told many people about. Um, I knew him from the ages of 3 to about 7, and he was not a good kid. I remember he would cuss at his parents. He would throw things if he didn't get his way. I would come visit the night, and he would be like really angry all the time for no apparent reason. He was just a terrible person, and I remember him like screaming, "I hate you," because he had set his drink down next to mine, and I picked up his drink on accident, and then took a sip from it, and I had to leave because he was having a mental breakdown because of that, and so I just had to let him go. He, from what I understand, he has not changed at all. But
Wow. So you let him go nicely, as Jackson and Muriel will say, let him
yeah,
go nicely. But as young adults or teenagers, what do you think of your your age group in this society that we are in social media and all that? Do you think that in a way it's not helping or it's helping? All of you get to answer this.
I think.
I
Oh, are you gonna go first, Marielle?
Who is
go
going
ahead,
first?
Jackson. Go ahead.
You can go if you want.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll go.
Okay.
Um, in the age of social media, I feel like in a way it allows us teenagers to express ourselves, allows us, to take pictures or to sing or to play an instrument. It just lets us express ourselves in a way that allows other people to see. But I think there's also a negative side to social media, especially with comments and cyberbullying. So, I think there's two sides to that, to the social media coin when it comes to teenagers. On the one hand, we're able to express ourselves, but on the negative side, there's the cyberbullying and there's the negative comments and stuff like that.
So before the others also answer, what do you think? Or maybe answer all of you answer and then I'll come back to my question. So Muriel, you were saying something. So
Same thing that Jackson said, that there are positives and negatives about social media. Um, and I feel like it is hard for some people to post on social media and feel comfortable because there's always going to be someone judging them for what they post, no matter what. There's always going to be those people. So I see that there is like some scary things about posting on social media, but also with social media, like with my social media, I like to talk about things that I feel like are relevant with teens. So teens can come to my page and hopefully feel like they can relate to what I'm talking about and kind of make them feel more at ease about social media. Kind of like, oh, like she can do that, just come out. So maybe they can feel more comfortable doing that. But everyone gets those negative comments. I've gotten negative comments, but it just comes with social media.
Serena?
I think this generation really has the power to make a big difference, especially with social media. They have more power than ever before just online with a single click of a button to change minds and to change ideas and the way people think and to influence others and to kind of get on the same page with each other. I do think that the problem kind of comes into play when people start to compare themselves, especially with young people that are a lot more prone to being able to compare themselves. And I do that. I'm sure everyone gets kind of stuck in that cycle of being entertained and being inspired, but then also being put down by yourself. Like these other people are just being themselves, but you're comparing yourself to someone else. And then you kind of get in that cycle. So there's ups and downs, but I think it's really just something that this generation is slowly but surely kind of sorting through and kind of figuring out for ourselves and figuring out how to deal with that.
Fantastic. Thank you. Norton, what do you want to say?
Well, I feel like there are like good and bad things about it. Like, well, it is good because you can keep in contact with literally anybody from like around the world, which is cool. And you get more inspiration from seeing stuff that other people post. But like Serena said, you pretty much you start to like subconsciously learn to start sort of judging yourself based off of what everyone else is doing, and that's just no good. That's real bad. And plus, being on social media, you get put like a way bigger risk of random creeps and all that kind of stuff, and it's no, that's like one of the main issues with that. So.
Mm. Grayson, what do you want to say?
I think social media, honestly, there's good and bad sides to it, but the things that stick out as more prominent, like the bad sides, like the good side is you can talk to anyone you want, you can connect to people around the world with like no issue. But some like the bad things that you keep constantly seeing is that people will constantly judge you, and then there's the fact that it's gotten to the point where social media dictates almost everything. Like there will be some auditions, and I know you four have had this happen to you, where you'll get an audition and they're wanting to know how many Twitter followers or Instagram followers you have, how many Facebook followers. Instead of looking directly at your talent, they're looking at your social media status, and it just feels like social media is growing to the point where it's dictating how we are supposed to view things instead of how hiring someone off their talent. But I do think that it is a good thing. Like social media is absolutely a great thing. We couldn't be talking right now if we didn't have that. And so I think that it's good, but it also has some bad sides to it.
Wow. I know all of you have a huge following and doing wonderful things, but as we're about to wrap up, I'm thankful that you all made time to talk to me this evening regards to what you're doing. What is the one thing that you will use your platform to change? Jason, you want to go first?
Me? Oh
Yes.
gosh, I don't have anything right now. Someone else can go. I have nothing
Okay.
right
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Mayrel, are you ready?
Yeah, so as a young African American, I really want to help those girls out there that feel like they don't fit in, or they don't feel powerful, or they feel like they're just stuck. I want them to come to my page and see that there are ways that we can be happy with who we are. I like to show them like different clothing ideas, kind of just inspire them to be creative, because I think that's the coolest thing ever, is being creative. So I really am targeting more of the girls and African American girls out there to just be themselves, be happy with who you are, and just be really powerful and strong as a young woman.
Oh, thank you. Fantastic. Serena?
I really want to inspire people. That's kind of my main thing. I want to share my passions and hope that inspires other people to either seek their passions or find things in common that they have with whatever I'm sharing as well. I love fashion. I love makeup, of course, music. I want my music to inspire people. And of course, acting. I want to be able to have a place where I can promote and showcase my acting skills as well. But yeah, I really just want to be able to inspire people creatively and emotionally and relate to people and have something that people can relate to.
Oh, thank you. Norton?
Well, on my social media, I want to make a place that's positive, just free of judgment, free of all that stupidity. I just want to make some place that's not hostile to anyone. Just you don't got to worry about getting told all this stuff just because you're not doing the same thing as everyone else. Yeah, I want to have like a total judgment free area. And yes, certainly, one that's safer from, a certain group on the site that does illegal thing. But yeah.
Okay, Jackson.
I think Serena said it perfectly. I want to use my platform just like hers to inspire, but also to entertain. I love to play the uke, and that's something that I'll post like maybe once a month or something like that. And that's just something that I'm really passionate about and something that I really love to do. And to be able to use my platform to show other people that is really amazing. And hopefully I can influence other people too. That would be great.
And Grayson?
I mean, yeah, everyone said like great answers. Honestly, for me, I just want to create, I guess, a safe space. Be whoever you want to be. Someone you don't have to. I want to have my page be somewhere where you don't have to apologize for being someone. You don't have to put on a pretend face to be around anyone. You can just be yourself. And if you want to do music, you can. I'll absolutely say, yeah, follow your dreams. I just want to create a safe space where whenever you come to my page, you know that you don't have to pretend. You can just be yourself.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So, where can we find you? I know where to find you, all of you, but we want those who are just meeting you for the first time, come to your pages, follow you. So, where can we find you? Grayson, where can we find you?
You
Tell
can
us your
find
account.
me, all right, at Grayson Thornkilpatrick on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
You can find me on almost all my social medias. They are JaxRocks247, and my TikTok is a little different. It's Jax Each.
Okay. Right.
You can find me on any social media at Marielle Mondays.
Mine's pretty simple. It's just this name right here. Just my name, Serena Laurel, on everything. Keep it nice and simple.
Okay. And Norton?
Facebook and Twitter is at Norton Lufin, but Insta it's Norton_Lufin.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your time. And I wish you all the best. So, Grayson, where can we watch NC16, please?
Oh, shoot. He can't get off of mute.
Oh, you can get on.
Boy, you're
Okay.
right.
Jackson?
Yeah, I guess I'll say it. You can find NC16 on Sika TV. It's on Sika TV right now. It's in the App Store. It's on Google Play. You can download it on your TV, I think. It's Sika TV, SEEKA, and then TV. And then you can just search that in the App Store or the Google Play Store. And that's where.
Thank you so much. And I enjoy your evening. Enjoy the rest of the week. And I wish you all the best in the week. And hopefully I'll catch you all again when I'm in LA.
Yes, thank you so much.
When he flies to LA.
Yes.
Yes. Good luck. Good luck with the series, and look out to watch the other episodes when it comes out. Take care.
Okay, thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thanks, Norton.